It's Nikea here, back with another Vlogmas video. It's Vlogmas day 22, which actually happens to be 1 month since I started my locks. So I'm going to give y'all a 1 month lock update. But before we get into this video, if you haven't already, take one quick second, go down below, click that subscribe button. Once you do that, that bell notification button is going to pop up. Click that so that you never miss an upload. Join the club. So I'm gonna let y'all know how my hair is progressing, how am I feeling, how I'm taking care of my hair and maintaining it through this process. So it's officially been 1 month. So I started them on November 22nd. Today is December 22nd. That's 30 days. My hair has been in these 2-strand twist starter locks. I have a video on my channel on how I installed the 2-strand twist and why I did the things I did and my parting and my sizing and all that jazz. So you can go ahead and check that video out. I will be sure to link it in the card. Yeah, I started my locks and this is what they're looking like. I washed them last week and I just had it up in a little half ponytail. So that's why it's not laying down. But this is what they look like. My roots are definitely lifted since I washed them. So there's definitely shrinkage because when I installed them, they were actually like touching my shoulders, but they have shrunken a lot. This is what they're looking like in the back. How I've been maintaining my locks is I've been moisturizing them about every day to every 3 days, just depending on how my scalp is feeling. And not necessarily my locks, it's mostly my scalp that I've been moisturizing every 1 to 3 days. And what I do is I have my spray bottle here with water. I just spray that on my scalp and on my locks. And then on my scalp, I use my Mielle Organics Rosemary and Mint Scalp and Hair Strengthening Oil. And I love it because it has the dropper, so I can put it right where I need it to go to help take care of my scalp. And then on my locks, if I feel that they need some moisture, I use my oil blend, which has vitamin E oil, olive oil, castor oil, Jamaican black castor oil, avocado oil. Did I say almond? I put this oil on my locks. I'll just put a little bit in my hand and just run it through. And you can see that in my lock wash day routine. So that's what I've been doing, moisturizing my scalp. I have noticed that my scalp is really dry. I've had a lot of dandruff and I actually had to wash my hair last week. I have a video on me washing my starter locks for the first time and not doing a retwist, as you can see. And I actually used the TPH by Taraji scalp care line, and I thought this was perfect because I didn't necessarily feel like my hair was dirty or needed to be washed. It was more so my scalp because it was itching and it was dry, so I just needed to reset and re-moisturize so I can just have a little reset and so that I have a good foundation for healthy scalp growth. I wanted to wait until this week, until I was actually a month in to wash my hair, but I was listening to my hair, listening to my scalp, and it needed to be washed. I was scratching it like crazy. So that's how I wash my hair this time. Next time I wash my hair, and it's not necessarily just treating my scalp, I plan to use the Mielle Organics Rosemary Mint Strengthening Shampoo because it has biotin and encourages growth, which is something that I want to do. And of course that'll pair well with the hair oil and scalp oil that I have. As I mentioned before, my locks have shrunken after washing them. And of course from sweating, I actually work out on average 3 times a week and I naturally sweat in my head. So of course my roots are going to curl and do what natural hair does. It's going to get puffy, but I'm actually okay with that. I like the look of the fluffy hair. I actually went through and separated some of the locks because I felt like they were too big. So I originally started off with 118 locks. I don't know how many I have now, but stay tuned at the end because I am going to do a lock count. The concerns I have about my locks are just a few of them. Like this one on my edges, I feel like it's really small. I feel like the parting section is good, but I think just because the hair on my edges are a little bit thinner, because the root is fine, it's just it kind of thins out at the end. I have a couple of those around my edges. As you can see, it's not even in my ponytail, So I just kind of try to be really gentle with that because I don't want to have any issues with those locks becoming weak or damaged, thinning, and then actually falling out. No locks will fall out during this journey. Another concern that I have with my locks is just after washing them and like in between retwists is that my roots are really puffy. I have, you know, kinky coily hair, and so my issue is just like the roots getting snagged and tangled and damaged because partially my fault. I can't keep my hands out in my hair, so I just have to be mindful to be careful in between retwists. If I'm not going to retwist my hair, just to be careful with my roots so I don't damage the locks. Speaking of retwists, I do plan to do a retwist after the new year, which will be about between 6 and 8 weeks after starting my locks. I will record that for y'all. I just didn't feel the need to retwist, and I'm okay with it. The only reason I'm retwisting is I don't want to cause like any damage to my hair and to my locks as they're growing. But I feel like for me, my average retwist time is going to be like 6 to 8 weeks, and I think when they're baby locks and as they're maturing, I may need to retwist more as they're baby locks, but as they mature, I won't need to retwist as much. But I think 6 to 8 weeks is a good time. And also, I'll probably wash my hair every 3 to 4 weeks, which means I will not be retwisting every time I wash my hair. But I'm not going to be a strict adherent to that schedule. I'm just going to listen to my hair, pay attention to my scalp, and give it what it needs when it needs it. One thing I've noticed since I started my locks is I'm much better with my hair care. Like, I actually put on a bonnet every single night, or a headscarf, or at least sleep on a satin pillowcase. So I am happy about that. This lock journey has allowed me to put more care and attention into my hair and also into my scalp. So I'm very appreciative of that, and I'm patting myself on the back. Good job, Nikea. So I'm planning on keeping that up. I actually sleep with like a sock bonnet, so it has like a little pouch on the end. So I tie it up around here, and then the rest like hangs down. I think it's called a sconnet is what it's called. I don't know, I got it from Walmart years ago, and it just came in handy for my lock journey. So that's what I've been tying my hair up with, but I always make sure that I keep my hair tied up and protected at night, because that helps prevent like tangling, damage, and it also helps to retain moisture. So since I've had my locks in, I've been doing minimal styling. So if I do style it, I'll leave it in only for a few hours. I don't leave it in overnight. So most I will do is put it up in a half up, half down like this, put it up in a full ponytail. I may bobby pin it and like flip it to one side. Recently, this past weekend, I got dressed up and was formal, so I just put like 2 cornrows going back because I just wanted my hair up to go with my dress. I don't want to cause a lot of tension like on my scalp, and especially on my edges. Don't want to weaken the foundation of my locks, so I'm just being very careful. And I use satin scrunchies to style my hair if I like put it up in a ponytail, because sometimes I just want to get it out of my face, or sometimes I'll take my crocodile or alligator clips to just kind of clip it out the way if I want to get them out my face. And then I just have like these cotton scrunchies, or I'll just use a ribbon tie, and I don't tie it too tight. There's not a lot of tension here, very loose. So being very mindful of those things. Yeah, I'm just really excited about this journey. I'm excited about my first retwist. I love my hair. I can't keep my hands out of it. I don't see myself turning back. The only thing that concerns me is, you know, I am a texture person with stuff on my body. So I just don't want to be weirded out by how the locks feel as they mature. So that's the only thing like that I've been thinking about that concern me, is I'm going to be like, ugh, these locks feel so weird on me, and the texture as they start to mature and they get a little dull and they get more rough and get more body to them. Am I gonna be like, ugh, oh my god, it's gonna feel weird? That's the only thing that I'm concerned about. But so far I like them, and it's been a good transition because again, these are just 2-strand twists, so just easy, like I'm rocking mini twists forever. I think it's gonna be really real once I get to my first retwist. And speaking of retwist, when I retwist my hair, I just plan on using oil, because I've seen on this loctician's channel that she did her son's hair oil only and didn't have to worry about like buildup and stuff like that. That's how she's done her hair. She's done clients' hair. She's done her husband's hair like that. So I figured, you know, let me try it. Minimal products. I don't want to have to deal with buildup and having my locks being heavy because they're already going to be heavy with shed hair being in there. Yep, so that's my plan, is to use oil only. I also have some DIYs that I want to do. I want to try making my own rose water. There's some oil blends that I want to make and use on my hair. So I plan on creating videos for those on my channel, so y'all let me know if y'all want to see those. If you're interested, drop down in the comments below and let me know. And if you have any product recommendations, let me know. If there's any, you know, type of products that help with your retwists and help them last longer, let me know. I need some help. The only thing I've seen that I'm really interested is the Talia Wajid products for locks, so definitely looking into trying those out. All right, so now let's get into counting these locks. Like I said, I have 118 when I posted my starter lock video. As I mentioned, I did go and separate some. And I will say, as I'm counting, my locks have stayed pretty moisturized. But you can see like the roots. I don't think that that is new growth. That's just, you know, my hair was stretched, and I feel like with twists you can't really get too much to the root. So this is probably like an inch. I'm gonna have to, probably about an inch of hair I'm gonna have to retwist. And I am gonna get my husband to clean up these scraggly hairs. All right, this little section right here has 28. This one also has 28. And I will say I haven't had any issues with them coming unraveled. There've been a few at the front where the ends have come unraveled, but none like fully coming unraveled. I think when I washed my hair, I only had to like twist 2 of them, and it was only at the ends. All right, this one has 33. Last section. All right, lock count is done. I know I got y'all anticipating waiting. Let me add it all up. I have 126 locks. So I added 8 more locks. And I think I'm happy with this size. They're not all exactly the same size. I did them myself. I didn't like measure them out. Like this one is larger. But you know, I just did it based off of like the hair in that section and for my head. So I definitely think I'll have enough locks to cover my head. And I think they will be able to thrive. So I'm excited. 126 locks, that's my final lock count. I was aiming for 120 anyway, so. And yeah, this is what some of them are looking like. This one looks like the twist is kind of like shooting out. They're frizzy, they're still shiny, but they are getting more dull. Here's one at the end that's like trying to separate. But yeah, that's it for my lock update for this first month. I probably won't do another lock update until 3 months in, but I will come back and show y'all some of my DIYs as well as my first retwist. But that is it for today's video, beauties. Thank you so much for watching. But before you go, make sure you go down below, click that subscribe button, and right next to that, click that bell notification button so that you never miss when I post. Like I always say, it's free, it's easy, and it's fun. I'll be sure to see you in the next video. Yes, this is for Vlogmas, but this is also going to be in my lock journey playlist. Merry Christmas, happy holidays, bye.